very much. And I'll move right along and introduce the next speaker, Praveen Syal. He's already addressed you a few times. Praveen has been a political activist ever since at least I can remember, all my life at least. I remember him as a kid standing on a table addressing everybody, promising to become the Prime Minister of India. But feeling that he has started several organizations or been part of starting several organizations like the FIA, the Indian Valley Group, and he's been actively involved in the Tri-Valley Medical Association as well. A medical doctor by profession, he's keenly interested in the arts and is again a published poet, a writer, and he's also working with me on an anthology of short stories. Please put your hands together for Dr. Praveen Syal. He's going to talk about the effect of domestic violence on children.
Now you tell me, is this fair? They get the juicy topics. Because as Hershey and both Kiran have described, that this book is a woman's lament. Akrosh hai ek aurat ka. Uski jo घुटन है, वो इस किताब से बाहर निकलती है. And for that reason, for a man to understand how a woman reacts, how a woman acts, how a woman has expectations, not only the kids of the protagonist, but essentially speaking, there are other characters who are mentioned in the book as well. And there is a problem. Now, on page 14, there is a couplet which Rita talks about. She says, "Hum jab bhi roye, jar jar roye, hum jab bhi roye, खुद के साथ रोए." कि उसके रोने में भी, even in her crying, she is alone and she is lonely. And it's the loneliness, despite having a family, despite having friends, despite having a society around you, that is the ultimate punishment of a woman who goes through the problems that are portrayed in this book. Now, she has two children in the book, Bhanu, Dhanush. Bhanu is the daughter, Dhanush is the younger son. Both of them are very accomplished kids, but they come across as a bundle of confusion. Now, why is this so? You know, there are some drivers and there are some brakes. Their drivers are, they are talented, they are intellectual, they have good looks as well. They are well liked by people. But the domestic situation, an abusive father, an abused mother always pulls them back. They feel that somehow they are responsible for what is happening in the life of their mother particularly, but in the general domestic situation as such. And what they feel, what is portrayed is that there is a sense of ostracism. They feel that society shuns them. ये किसके बेटे हैं, ये किसके बच्चे हैं, इनकी माँ उल्टा है, इनका माँ का जो चरित्र है वो अच्छा नहीं है. The character is loose, so the ostracism, the sins of the parents, quote unquote, are visited upon the children. And they have fright. Kya hoga? They're frightened. What is our future going to hold for us? Is this cycle going to be repeated again and again? And then there is uncertainty, again balanced on, based on the fact of what they see around in the household. And all this because there is a lack of an anchor. A two-parent family where there is affection within the household does provide an anchorage for the children. बच्चे जो हैं उनको माँ बाप का दोनों का प्यार आवश्यक होता है. They need it for both. But they start using the society as a crutch when they do not find that in their household, and through their talent as portrayed in the book, through their, they are capable singers, they are dancers, they perform in the community programs. So they start using the community as a crutch, something to lean on, but little realizing that this same crutch eventually becomes a cane which is used to thrash them on their backs, has to come from within themselves. And how do they cope with it? Eventually they have to break the cycle. They can come back again and again for more violence. They can blame their parents and leave them. The blame game can be there. Use the mother as a whipping boy. In fact, in one of the other characters, not the children, not the protagonist, but there's a reference to another kid of another broken home in which the young daughter goes out and gets married to somebody outside the religion, somebody outside the race. तो जो औरत है वो कहती है, this is on page 163, हाँ रीता, औलाद जन्म तो हमारे पेट से लेती है, लेकिन खून पराये आदमी का होता है. Touching lines, सोचने वाली बात है. This is something which does provoke thinking, that is a man in a relationship just a sperm donor, or is he more than that? Men have to think that. You have to think that it's the woman who carries the child through the gestation period. It's the woman who goes through the labor pains. It's the woman who has to do all that. But doesn't a man have a role in the bringing up of the children? Do they just have to bring the children into this world, or do they have to bring them up as well? So these are the kind of thoughts which have been provoked by this book. As I said, that probably this is not great literature. It's not a classical literature. You can't say कि भाई वाह, लेकिन ये किताब का महत्ववाद है. And because of the issues it raises, you do say, wow. You do say that this is a brave woman who has talked about taboo subjects, who has broken that barrier. जिसे कहते हैं ना, पर्दाफाश दिया है उसने. इसमें शर्म की कोई बात नहीं है. अगर हम बात नहीं करेंगे, अगर हम चर्चा नहीं करेंगे, अगर हम एक दूसरे के सामने इस बात को प्रस्तुत नहीं करेंगे, तो ये जो सामाजिक समस्याएं हैं उनका हम हल कैसे ढूंढेंगे? जागृति उनका हल कैसे ढूंढेगी? कमलेश उनका हल कैसे ढूंढेगी? आप कमलेश के मित्र हैं, आप उसका हल कैसे ढूंढेंगे? लेकिन ढूंढने से पहले आपको किताब पढ़नी पड़ेगी. So do get your copies of the book. The message is very powerful. The message is important. The message is significant. The message is topical. And it is, sort of not only for the protagonist, बच्चों के लिए भी. And on the good note, both the kids, they turn out that they pursue their education.